Alright, this whip right here, I don't know who made it, first of all. All I know about it is the customer sent it to me, said they needed me to repair it. You look at this, this is in really bad shape. I've unplatted some of it here, about this much. There was a real bad spot in it there where some of the strands were like basically broken. It's originally was a tan color, but it's like orange now. It's been used a lot in the clay. This whipper came from somebody here in Georgia. We're famous for our clay in the state of Georgia, so you can tell it's been used a lot. This whip here, I don't, it's a pretty good whip, I think. I don't know, it's been through a lot, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to start replacing this. I'm going to basically make all from here down like new again. It's going to have new material. You can see this material here is pretty much shot. I mean, the whole whip has been drug around, and it's really fuzzy looking, and some people would look at it and think there was no hope, but I think there is. Alright, I've unplatted this thing back to a 10 plat. You see we're back here to 10. We got 5 on each side. This person who made this dropped 2 at a time. They're basically platting around. This looks like taped together paracord. So this whip probably doesn't have a platted belly, but I'm going to start repairing it by putting in new cords, platting around them for a little bit, and then pulling them to the outside, and then taking the old stuff and putting it to the inside. Gradually over time, as we get further down this whip, which I think is going to be a 10-footer when we're done. Right now we're at the 7-foot mark, so in the next 3 feet we're going to be replacing strands and making this thing hopefully like new as further we go along. Okay, what we got here, we're down to an 8 plat. This particular whip is summoning all of my whip making kung fu that I know how to do, I promise you. I put a strand in here, I let it run down the center here, I plat around it, I pull it out, pull one of these to the inside, one of these bad ones to the inside, and it masks it, it hides it where you can't really tell. You can see where the new strands have come in right there. I mean, this isn't going to be perfectly pretty, but you do the best you can do. Situation like this, it's going to get better as we go along, because before long, you just don't come in here and cut out this original core. You got to kind of work around it until you get it to the place where you can remove it. I just came in and cut this off. It's already here. It's going to make the whip real limp at one point. That's rather stiff right there. So I'm just not going to clip it off. I made that mistake on one whip and ruined it that I was trying to repair for a cowboy, and I won't do that again. So you just work around it. You try to make it as pretty as possible, and you just keep on going, keep taking out strands and replacing them. Before long, you'll be all with brand new material. You can do what you want to do with it. But that's where we are so far. We've only really platted that far, and it's not been easy to get it right. Okay, we're down to a 6 plat. I've only got 1 old strand remaining. I'm setting up to change it over. Got this strand pulled in here. I'll pull it down a little bit to hide that, and then I'll make the swap later, just like this. You pull that one in, pull this one to the outside, and then you plat around that for a bit. I mean, if you look, that's about to break right there. I mean, I've had these strands breaking in my hands as I've pulling on them in some places so far. So this is a real challenge. I'm almost done with all the old stuff, but I've still got the original core, the stiff piece that's in here. I've still got it, and I'm going to keep platting around it till we get to the end of it, and I'm going to do my own thing. So I'm not trying to change the whip, because you will definitely tell a difference if you cut this off in this particular whip using something like this and replace it with something a little more flimsy like this. So that's where we are so far, getting a little better. It's not going to be pretty. This is all about getting this whip functioning again. It's not about making it pretty, because you're not going to do that. So you just want to make it as good as possible. Work with what you've got. We'll do some more filming in a second. Okay, we're down to a 5 plat now. I've got my own strand here I'm platting around. So it's all brand new material from about here down, right in here somewhere down. And it's going to be brand new material from here on out. You can see down there on the floor, there's all the old junk, some of the broken strands and stuff that came out of this thing. We're not far from being done now. Alright, this whip is finished. I've restored it out to 10 feet. You look right over here where it was all old material, and you start seeing some new material coming in. Again, not real pretty, but you do the best you can do in these situations. And then you come all the way out to where it's brand new material, from here all the way out to the end of the tapered twist. This whip is effectively restored. It's now functional again. It's going to get a coat of wax. Well, it's going to get dipped in wax rather, not just a coating. And it will be ready to be sent back to its owner, and hopefully they'll get many more years of use out of it. I didn't show every little minor detail. If you're interested in making cow whips and learning some of the techniques that were involved here with the tapered twist and replacing strands, you can get my cow whip tutorial DVD. You can check it out on rhettswhips.com/whipmaking. Got the DVD on that. It's been selling really well. A lot of people getting some great whips made after viewing the DVD. Getting all kinds of great feedback on it. So if you're interested in making whips or interested in learning the techniques that were involved in this repair, then get a hold of me and I'd be happy to hook you up. Thanks.